This video is about what they think when you walk away from them. There are 3 likely things they may be thinking about you after you walk away, after you leave them, after you go no contact. To find out more, please stay tuned to this video. Welcome to the SCG Show, the home of education entertainment, and please do me a favor, if you really enjoyed this video, smash that like button. I would really appreciate it. When you finally walk away from a person, a friend, family member, spouse, it's a shock to the system. Initially the shock is with you. It's like an adrenaline rush. You just did several loop-the-loops on the worst, most terrifying roller coaster. Your heart's racing. You say to yourself, I've left, I'm out, it's done. Perhaps you've decided to move out of the space you live with them, or you no longer wish to go to the same events, venues. Or possibly you've done that and more, and you just had to decide to delete their number, block their details. It is emotionally and physically cutting off a person or people who have hurt you when walking away. When I walked from a toxic ex a few years back, I did all of that. I went as far as refusing to even speak things through for the upteenth time. I blocked, deleted all reminders, pictures, gifts, tossed in the bin. Walking away is not just putting on your shoes and running off into the sunset. It's severing all ties, reminders, contact. Shortly after the initial rush of severing ties with my toxic ex, the reality sunk in. Oh, I'm single again. I'm alone. That was a normal response looking back. The initial high of finally regaining my freedom from the clutches of a toxic person calmed down. When you walk away, you might get several types of responses. Abuse, aggression, threats. They may beg and plead for you to come back, or they may do nothing. Also, you may experience a combination of all those things and more. In my opinion, there's 4 possible things they may be thinking after you've gone away. I've got to obviously generalize here, and if I've left anything out, I apologize. But this is based on experience, research, and talking to other people. If you have walked away, pat yourself on the back. Be immensely proud of your decision. Here is what they think when you walk away. The first thing the person you've walked away from will say to themselves is the following: they will be back. This is extremely prevalent when it comes to toxic people such as narcissists. Remember, a narcissist thinks they're always right and entitled to get what they want and however they want it. If you've dated or been around an entitled person for any time, poor you will catch on to how they think this way. They genuinely believe you can divorce them, but you'll still come crawling back. They'll say things to themselves like, they're just trying to be clever, they'll crumble and come back. They're nothing without me. Watch them come back. Who do they think they are? They can honestly think they can do better than me? They'll be back. A narcissistic husband I know drove his now ex-wife to moving out and living with her mother. Adamant he wasn't the problem, he sat in his chair waiting for her to come back. What a stupid woman, he said. She can't survive without me. I'm her world. Fast forward 10 years later, and after an ugly divorce, this delusional narcissistic man still believes they're going to end up together. You watch, he says. She will split with whoever her new partner is and get back with me. Strange. This doesn't even need to be applied to romantic partners. It could be friends, family members. I once cut ties with a really selfish friend a few years ago. He didn't see it coming, but he had bullied me, manipulated me, and abused me for way too long. When I drifted apart, he kept telling people we knew, no idea what SCG's problem is, but you watch, he's a loser, he's got nothing without me, he'll come back. No, I won't, mate, and it's been 10 years. If you want to put more motivation into the fact that you're doing the right thing, get one over the toxic person you walked away from, by knowing that they genuinely believe you're weak, you're going to crumble and go back. You're not, and you don't need them to survive and live a happy life. No one is indispensable, especially a toxic person. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you are enjoying this video. Next up, I did nothing wrong. Why would they leave me? Is there anything else genuinely more annoying than a person who can't admit they did something wrong, or are so delusional that they think they're perfect? I doubt it. Not long ago, I was talking to a woman I met through a dating app. We were getting along really well. Same interests, mutual attractions. Things were getting on. We'd met several times, spoke a lot. It was fun and exciting. Then suddenly asked to meet again, and she said, "I'm busy for 3 months." I was taken back by her statement. So I just said, "Look, I assume you're not interested. You're playing games." She replied, "No, I am busy, but you need to work around my schedule." I refused to comment and I said, I'm out. A few hours later, she texted me, "I don't get why you're being cold with me. I did nothing wrong." In my opinion, she was quite rude, dismissive, a bit immature. If you're getting on with someone, why would you say I'm busy for 90 days? Which she wasn't. We never spoke since, and I walked away from wasting my time. The point being is, they are saying such things to you or about you as deflection. Sometimes people can be hypersensitive, blow things out of proportion. Been there, done that myself. But sometimes when people are delusional, they don't see how they've hurt the other person. The difficult thing to do is hold your hand up and say, "You know what? I've made a mistake." But the easy thing to do is point the blame at everyone else. It's all your fault. Most people are unaware of their selfish actions. For you to walk away from anyone, which is not easy to do, means they must have done something really bad for you or to you to push you away. Do not allow this level of gaslighting to lure you back in or make you feel guilty. It's a cheap shot. It's a load of crap. They're the problem, not you, because if things were well, you would have stayed. Don't fall for it. Here's number 3. They never loved me. You never loved me. It was all a lie. I've been burnt. Bollocks. And I explain why this is the case. You have 2 choices when you're met with a toxic person: to sink or swim. You can sink with them as they drag you down into misery, despair, and drama. Or you can swim away and literally kick them away, because get off so you can swim off to better seas. What are you going to choose? There's a great example of a woman who chose to stay with a cheating husband. Despite threatening to divorce, they stayed together. Yet, he still goes out, sleeps around, does whatever he wants. And she knows. Being too weak and not having the strength to walk, she stays. She sinks. If she turned around, packed her bags, walked away from the cheater, and had the audacity to just say, "You know what, enough's enough," then that's fine. But then what if he turns around after she decides to do that and says, "You never loved me"? Do you see the irony? I'm not saying that you're a victim in all this, but it's hard to not think that way. It must have been something drastic that made you walk. Maybe you got badly hurt. Your heart must be broken to say enough is enough. Why would they accuse you of such a thing anyway? You most likely did the following: counseling together, argued a lot, bickered a lot, called them out on their crap, never resolved any issues, took the blame for all their problems, treaded on eggshells, were hardly happy. Where did any of that and so much more logically get you with them? As in talking to them, counseling, all of that stuff. Where did you get with them? Nowhere. So you've given up and decided to do what's best for yourself, your mental health, and your future. They had no idea how to genuinely love you anyway. Remember that. So when they use this line, again, it's complete BS. Don't buy into it. Now finally, please remember this. The past is the past. Therefore, your ex, family, friends, whomever you've walked away from, no longer matter in your life. You might think that's harsh, brutal, but this is your life we're talking about here. They had loads of chances to be a part of it, and frankly, they've blown it. So let them stew. Let them rant, rave, badmouth you, criticize you, try to humiliate you, so on. Ultimately, they don't matter anymore, and neither what they say and especially what they think. Let's say you're walking down a street and a random person said the following: "You never loved me. I never did anything bad to hurt you. Who do you think you are?" And most likely you just laugh, ignore it, and just slowly move on and let them be. That's how you must see those who you've walked away from to move forward. Remember, leave them be. Ignore it. Move on. Make plans without them in it. Associate with genuine people who genuinely also are kind, loving, and want the best for you. They're out there. They're probably even watching this video. Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, here's some more content you might be interested in.